Samsung Galaxy's M11 has been launched. Is it better than the Realme C3? My name is Gaurav, welcome back to my channel and let's get into the video. Samsung has launched its Galaxy M series in the efforts to rejuvenate the sales in the lower and mid-range segment of smartphones. The M11 was launched in UAE earlier this year and is set to launch in India. The Galaxy M11 is an entry-level smartphone that is set to compete with Xiaomi's Redmi 8, Realme C3, Realme Narzo 10A and Redmi Note 7 Pro, etc. All these budget-oriented smartphones. Samsung have changed the game plan by introducing a small bezel display in its budget smartphone and have also introduced a hole punch camera just like a Samsung Galaxy S20, and that for me would be a selling point for Samsung. A lot of people might buy this phone just for that reason, because a hole punch in a budget smartphone is a big deal and Samsung has made it possible. The M11 has a triple camera setup in the rear and a fingerprint scanner in the rear of the phone, but unfortunately Samsung has taken utmost care in making the phone look good and feel good. Instead, they have taken a step down in the interior of the phone. The software of the phone may be one UI. The specifications of this phone aren't anything to brag about. It is powered by an old processor. It has an old GPU in it. Now let us talk about the specifications of this phone. The Samsung M11 has a display of 6.4-inch Full HD plus IPS LCD display with 1560 into 720 pixels and an aspect ratio of 19.5:9. Powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 450, which is the later version of 445, which was released in 2018. So I would say this is where the Samsung fell back, because the processor is really old and it is powered by Adreno 506 GPU. It comes with two RAM variations, that is 3GB of RAM and 4GB of RAM. If you're going for 3GB RAM, you're gonna get 32GB storage, and if you're going for 4GB RAM, you're gonna get 64GB of storage. Both of these phones are expandable up to 512 GB. The battery of this phone is where it stands out. The battery is 5000 mAh battery, and as we have seen it earlier in the M30s, the 5000 mAh M30s lasted for over a day, even if you were a social butterfly. So I would say in this phone it would give a standby of more than a day. It has a back mounted fingerprint scanner, and the camera setup on this phone is a triple camera setup, which is a 13 megapixels primary camera, 5 megapixels ultra wide camera and a 2 megapixels depth camera. The front facing camera of this phone is 8 megapixels, which is a hole punch camera, just like in the S20. If you are looking to buy the Samsung M11, I would recommend you to go check out the Realme C3, the Realme Narzo 10A and the Redmi 8, because this phone is just for the quality but not the quantity, because it is powered by an older processor. It might be slower than the other smartphones that are in this price point. This has a triple camera setup. It has a 5000 mAh battery, but that is not what everyone wants these days, because the processor is the main part of the smartphone, and when that is older, the phone just gets older even if it has a new software. If you're going to buy this phone, just go for the 4GB of RAM version, which is going to cost you $12,999, which is in Amazon. I'm not going to link it down below. No. The 3GB RAM version of this phone goes for around $10,999. This is all for today's video. I will see you guys in the next video. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe for the new content, and I'll see you in the next video.